Today, Rupert searches for a very strange creature to put the spring right in Nutwood. In Rupert and the Spring Chicken.
There's a little bear like you've never seen before, who's a lot of fun. Children everywhere go to love him more and more. He's the #1. There's a million stories to be told of the things that he's done, and he's gonna share them all with you, so come along. Rupert, Rupert the Bear, everyone sing his name. Rupert, Rupert the Bear, everyone come and join in all of his games.
It's Mrs. Bear's birthday. Rupert wants to pick her some flowers. But spring is late in Nutwood this year, and there isn't one to be seen. Funny, thinks Rupert. I planted all those daffodils last autumn. I wonder where they've got to. I'll have to go and look on the common. There might be wildflowers there. Then he sees something move in the flower bed by the gate, and spring breaks through in Nutwood with a bump. The plants don't just begin to sprout, they jump. What's happening? Cries Rupert in midair. Did we put too much fertilizer there? Then, with a bunch of flowers, he's crowned. Staggered, poor Rupert hits the ground. The green grass grows up all around. A forest soon enwraps him and traps him. How silly to be tied up in a clump of grass, says Rupert. He tries to haul himself free with the help of a convenient root, but finds he's pulled Raggety's leg instead.
What do you think you're doing?
Snaps Raggety. Oh, sorry. I thought you were a root. I'm stuck, you see.
Serves you right,
says Raggety crossly.
You interrupted my breakfast.
Hi, says Rupert. That's one of our daffodils. I planted them myself.
It's mine now,
says Raggety, and starts scrambling away. I tell you I'm stuck, Rupert protests. Aren't you going to help?
Why should I?
Raggety answers.
It's probably your own fault.
Willy Wisp, who happens to be passing, drops in to investigate. What a funny place to sit. Rupert is extremely pleased to see him. Oh, just in time. Look at those nettles. Willy, have you any idea what's going on? Of course, says Willy. Haven't you? I wish I had, says Rupert. Oh, do keep still and tell me, please. Well, Willy explains patiently. You know the spring all over Nutwood is controlled from your garden, don't you? Rupert is astonished. Good gracious! Is it really? He says. What's gone wrong? The Spring King's overslept, Willy tells him. There's nobody left down there to wake him up. Why not? Rupert wants to know. Because Raggety's eaten the entire palace guard, Willy informs him. Go down and see for yourself. Under his garden Rupert goes, where once he planted bulbs in rows. But now it's just as Willy feared. The daffodils have disappeared. The royal bedroom makes a din, but Rupert bravely walks right in. Wake up! He hollers, whereupon His Majesty just slumbers on. When Rupert reaches the surface again, Willy greets him cheerfully. See what I mean? Raggety's ruined the spring. Unless the king wakes up, none of the plants know what to do. Willy is much too pleased about it and dances about with glee. But it's terrible. It'll upset the balance all over Nutwood for the whole year. It will, won't it? I think it's fun. Rupert watches him out of sight. If only Willy wasn't quite so irresponsible, he sighs. He sets off to look for help. He makes straight for the gypsy camp. The gypsy granny, who knows so much about the winds and the weather and how to make plants grow, will surely be able to wake King Alfred. The gypsy granny can't help him, but she advises him to look for the spring chicken. It just might work, she says. It's the only thing that will. Rupert starts out to find one. Not that he knows where to look, but Constable Growler keeps hens. He might have a spring chicken. Mrs. Growler's roasting one right this minute. Rupert isn't sure if it's a roast spring chicken he's looking for. He thanks Constable Growler and hurries back to ask. The gypsy granny finds his question very funny. It's not just a spring chicken, Little Bear, she says. It's the spring chicken, if you can get it. Nobody else ever has, I'm sure. And that's all she'll say. Rupert feels he's no further on, and none the wiser. Willy, however, has no intention of missing out on this adventure. How are you getting on? He wants to know. I've got to find the spring chicken, whatever that is, and you've got to help, he adds sternly. Oh, pity, says Willy. I was hoping for a really mad march. Do hurry, urges Rupert. Oh, come on then, says Willy. At least Willy knows where the spring chicken is. Up and up and up they go, till even clouds are far below. Says Willy, I'd have liked a crazy spring. And then so many songs are heard. From every single kind of bird. And each song brings a whir of wings, until they reach the king. The Bird King is amazed at Rupert's request.
You've no business to come up here in the first place,
He tells Rupert.
you belong down there.
But, Your Majesty, things have gone terribly wrong down there. The Bird King is not interested.
That's your lookout.
He says,
No one has ever borrowed my spring chicken. Ever.
That's that, hisses Willy. The audience is over. Let's go home and make the best of it. But Rupert won't give up just to please Willy. He bravely points out that an upset spring will affect all the Nutwood birds, as well as the plants. The Bird King thinks this over. He agrees that in this case, the situation may, after all, call for unusual measures. The spring chicken is summoned.
You may take it with you.
The king says graciously.
It should have the desired effect. It wakes me up every morning. It's my personal alarm clock. So please send it straight back.
Oh, I will. I promise, Your Majesty, says Rupert. Straight back. And thank you very much indeed. The spring chicken is thrilled with the outing. It doesn't often get treats like this. When they arrive back in Nutwood, Rupert shows it the way to King Alfred.
There's no need for me to go down there,
says the spring chicken.
See?
Thank you for coming, says Rupert.
You're welcome,
says the spring chicken.
pity I can't stop.
But it has to report back for duty. Rupert is able to give his mother a birthday present after all.
Rupert the Bear, everyone sing his name. Rupert the Bear, everyone come and join in all of his games. Rupert the Bear, everyone come and join in all of his